uh-oh, here comes the goose. Get ready. Let me tell you. So, he got a contract. He got a manager, okay? And what they do is they send his ass down here to Atlanta. Goddamn well, ain't no nigga from Buffalo is going to be accustomed to what's going on down here in Atlanta. Okay? Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you do not have a retirement and or investment plan in place through your employer, please check out the Acorn app below. It will change your life. Now, let's talk about Rickety James' autobiography, Glow, Part 10. Before we get started, this is going to be the last chapter that I just do 1 or 2 chapters or a chapter and a half, okay? Because pretty much it's just a whole bunch of damn fooshnickigans and chronicles of Rick James doing slimy shit. Right. Okay. I'm going to put a few chapters together, and I'm just going to break them down, condense them down into that like 15, 20 minute plays so that we can get on to where he gets on, because most of it is he's chronicling his life up until the point where he is well, all right, you squares, it's time to smoke. Fire up this funk and let's have a toast. If you remember in part 9, okay, Rickety James pulled that whole stunt where he was good friends with this drug dealer named Mac the Mike or Mike the Mac, right, child? And he had messed around after Mike the Mac told him don't touch it because the drug is already sold, bruh. Because Rickety James is just a whole fuck up. He can't resist an opportunity to fuck some shit up. Okay, here we are now, because Rick James think he free and clear. Wrong. So what happened was, RJ's weed dealer, what's that dude name? I don't know. But Junior, that's his name. Rick James' weed dealer, Junior, was dry. So considering that Rick James knew Mike the Man or Man the Mike or Dope Dealer Mike, whatever you want to call him, he was like, well, look, Junior, I got this dude who can really hook you up with some good shit. He got good at everything else. So, They put it on the table. Junior and Mac the Mike, they made a deal for $10K. Hasta la vista. So went down at Junior's house, okay? RJ like, yeah, this is the man. He got the best of everything. I'm telling you, he is the what is up. Now, Mike came through with them packages, okay? He even handed, Rickety James and Junior, Dope Dealer, the 2 joints to say, here you go. Mike is like, yeah, that's fire, ain't it? Mm-hmm, bruh. It's fire. Mm-hmm. But hold tight. Junior handed him the 10K. Here you go, brother. Here you go. They still high. They still, enjoying life and everything. Mac the Mike or Mike the Mac said, nice doing business with you, brother. Carry on, soldier. Mike the Mac leaves out the door. Now, what ended up happening was them little bricks of marijuana, grass, that he handed them 10K worth of grass that he handed to Junior, the Junior drug dealer. 5 of them packages were actually grass. Okay, and I'm not talking about grass. I'm talking about, honey, can you mow the lawn? Grass. Okay. I can't even be mad because, this is the drug dealer get back. And I'm like, excuse me, Rick James, what the fuck would you be mad for? It ain't your 5 packs of grass. It ain't your 10K, because actually what it totaled up to was $5,000. The amount of money equated with the amount of drugs that Rickety James stole from Mike the Mac. Didn't I tell you this? It's just a whole bunch of him doing a whole bunch of old crazy fugazi shit. That's why I'm just going to, hurry up and push through the next couple of chapters, because I'm tired of hearing about his bullshit where he, doing dumb shit. to fuck up the universe. You know, I want to hear about him making some music. So for RJ says, fortunately, he didn't fuck up his whole zhuzh with the party scene, cause Mike the Mac done put out the word, fuck that nigga RJ, fuck Lil Ricky. The most inviting partier, he said, was Jay Sebring. Hold tight, y'all. You know, some of y'all gave it away in chapter 9 or part 9. Don't do that. Just be quiet and wait. Ricky James said that Jay Sebring loved Ricky James, you know, although in his mind he fucked his girl perfect, you know. I know you like what happened to Perfect. That bitch never came back. The dude Jay Sebring, he loved RJ and he loved his girlfriend Seville's cooking. Okay, now one morning Jay came over the house and wanted to take Seville, RJ's girlfriend, and RJ to old party, child. He said it was the event of the century, and it was going to be over this dude named Roman Polanski's house. I know what y'all bitches thinking, but hold tight. Jay say y'all will love the house. It got a pool, it got a guest house, it got a loft, a fireplace, and it's at the end of the cul-de-sac. Y'all just hold on, okay? RJ say, Jay, I can't do it. My head is pumping. I can't do it. Jay say, you gotta do it, Rick. I'm telling you, this ain't just no regular ass party. RJ say, listen, just leave me the address and I don't know, on a piece of paper. If I feel better later, then I'll get there. Okay, now Seville and her feelings, because she want to go. On the piece of paper, when he looked at it, it said 10050 Cicelo Drive. And he made him a little map, child. How the fuck did we get, when we actually use maps, how the fuck was we getting places? Like, I think that on family trips, like, you spent most of your time lost, okay? And then the other half of the time stopping off at gas stations, going how you get there. But the next morning, you know, Ricky James, because you know he ain't go, he was still recovering, you know. But the next morning, after he got himself together, he got up and he went to the grocery store. Child, they said it was a whole massacre down there to the house where Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski and a couple of other people were. Now, you know what the massacre, it was them damn Manson murders. You hear me? It was the Manson family that went up in there, and we all know the story. What the newspaper said was that it was a part of a ritualistic slaying, and the people that were involved were Abigail Folgers, you know, the coffee heiress, Roman Polanski, Stephen Parent, Sharon Tate, and Jay Sebring. Ricky James said that's the one that hurt him the most. You spent up all his money, fuck this bitch, and he was still good with you. Yeah, I know, you know. Well, he know now. You know, when, you know, he went up to the Lord, he know now. He looking down at you like, fuck that nigga. Anyway, because he terrified, he feel like, you know, musicians and creators are now on the chopping block for murders, okay? He called his mammy, of course, he called his mammy for everything, okay, you know, like niggas do. But RJ, I'm scared. Mom, who wouldn't be? RJ, I want to come home. Mom said, no, don't come here, nigga. You know, and she, you know, she sweetened it up and was like, you know, you still have things to do, Rickety. You know, you must stay out there, meaning don't bring that bad juju here to Buffalo, but stay out there, RJ, and take care of everything that you need to take care of, son. You're here for a reason. Just keep that reason over there, or out that motherfucker over there in California. Don't bring that shit over here. RJ believes that the killer is still out there looking for the next victim. He may be. But, you know, when it all unfolded and we found out it was that motherfucker Cuckoo Charles Manson, Charlie. Mama closed off the conversation with this. Son, you smoking too much. You're doing too much of them, you know, wacky cigarettes. Okay, leave that shit alone. RJ said he couldn't even do anything because his mammy knew. Our mother know. Hell yeah, his mother know that, you know, he got some other stuff going on. Anyway, mom said, pull your stuff together, nigga. Stop smoking them wacky cigarettes. The next week was Woodstock, but, you know, Ricky James was so shaken up, he can't go nowhere. He don't want to be nowhere where there's a whole bunch of, you know, musicians there, because, you know, he accidentally might catch one, okay? But he went on to reference Woodstock, some of the artists were Janis Joplin. Ooh, I love that junkie bitch. And then we have Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young, Jimi Hendrix, The Grateful Dead. Him and Sevilla's relationship is now rocky, okay? I mean, how long did we think Rick James was going to be with one girl? Anyway, him and Sevilla's relationship was on the rocks because of his drug use. You know, let's incorporate that in too, because you know the nigga want to be high all the time. You know how frustrating that is to be in a relationship with somebody that's always high? It's like you want to kick them in their back. Shit. Be like, nigga, you is spending up too much money on these drugs. Shit, we can't eat love. Because, you know, his love for Sevilla's on the rocks, you know, he's feeling more emotional. He's feeling more passionate. His music has got deeper. His voice has gotten stronger. And he wanted to resurrect Salt-N-Pepa. Okay? Now, his first choice was this dude named Eddie Roth. He couldn't get Eddie Roth. Y'all, is Eddie Roth the dude with, or was he with Van Halen? You know, some of you people are like, Nay, I'm black. I don't know white people. Yeah, but okay. But yeah, I think he was with Van Halen. I'm going to double check that. But he couldn't get Eddie Roth. So then we got this dude to replace Eddie Roth on the bass or the guitar. David Burke. Then he got a drummer, Kofi Hall. And then he rounded it out with another dude, Chris Sarms. Okay? Now, right now, he is tapering off the drugs because, you know, he's trying to get his shit together. Okay? He's still in his mind. If Jimi Hendrix can do it, so can I. Right? But, you know, he's tapering off the drugs, well, sort of. And right. Salt-N-Pepa, the group that he just formed, is now a progressive rock group. Now, they were booked before to open for Led Zeppelin at this place called The Whiskey. Anyway, they did very well when they opened for Led Zeppelin. In fact, they did 4 encores, right? So Neil Young dropped by to watch them play and wanted Rick to meet his manager. The manager's name was Elliot Roberts. So, but in Rick James' mind, okay, I gotta kill a band, you know, that's doing things with, you know, Led Zeppelin. Okay, you know, this is for Google it, y'all, if y'all don't know. I just like all kinds of music. Now, all that shit. Not all that shit where you sound like, you know, I don't know what that shit is called, but that's not my shit. I don't understand. Dude, his old bandmate from back in the day, Neil Young, dropped by to watch them play, and he wanted Rick to meet his manager by the name of Elliot Roberts. So in Rick James' mind, I'm about to be hooked up with a killer manager, and I already got a killer band. The problem was that the dude, Elliot, the manager, did not have time for Rickety James and his band, okay? So what he did was he introduced Rick to this dude named Bill Graham. And what he said was, that's the guy for you. Now, as time moves on, another guy entered the picture named Phil Walden, and he was the person who offered Rick James' band a contract. RJ calls his mammy, of course. Of course. Mammy, listen, we off and running. Mama, you don't never have to worry about your problems, your money problems ever again. Mom say, I ain't got no money problems, James. Just keep doing what you're doing. Meaning, keep your ass out there instead of fuck out of Buffalo, bringing them damn bad juju problems over here. Keep that shit over there. Uh-oh, here comes the goose. Get ready. Let me tell you. So, you know, he got a contract. He got a manager, okay? And what they do is they send his ass down here to Atlanta. You know, goddamn well, ain't no nigga from Buffalo is going to be accustomed to what's going on down here in Atlanta. So what happened was they put them up in a house, child, with no AC. In fucking Atlanta? Not only was they down there sweating like a motherfucker in a rented house in Atlanta with no AC, but they didn't send down the equipment that they were supposed to send down for them to get that studio album done. Child, the studio ain't had no AC. The house ain't had no AC. RJ called to complain and said to him very, very aggressively, do you want us to make this goddamn album or not? And the phone call went like this. Yes. Little Ricky? Yes. This is Cheryl. Not Cheryl from Motown, but Cheryl, you know, another bitch, okay? But, yes, Rickety James, we hear all your concerns. However, all expenses must go through Jerry Wexler. and he's nowhere to be found. Sorry. That didn't stop RJ from trying to still get some kind of action done down there in Atlanta. I mean, the nigga is sweating his brains out. He is down there smelling like a bag of chitlins, okay? I know the whole damn group was smelling like a bag of chitlins, okay? And they was high. Shit, you can't tell me the motherfuckers went high down there. So anyway, RJ again. Cheryl, bitch, you remember me? I'm back on his phone now. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. I got an update for you, Rickety James. Okay, so I have it written down right here. Okay, so what you have to do is just hold on. Jerry Wexler, he's on a yacht right now. Phil Walden, we still can't get a hold of him. Phil Walden was the, contract guy. And, so Phil Walden, we didn't get a hold of him yet. And the advance that you was talking about, that was sent to him. Rickety James finally got a hold of a mid-level exec. What's going on here? Mid-level exec? What the fuck is going on here? You want me to make this record or not? How can I make this record? And I'm around here sweating like a fat rat in a cheese factory. So the exec goes, yikes, RJ, can we get back with you? RJ say, nope, click. Now, all the, spoils of war that he thought he was going to get from being this new artist with a new contract, he didn't get shit. Rick James and the bands is on their way back to LA without a motherfucking dime. Now, if you have not already done so, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves, have a good one.